assets and reassessment of liabilities. Now next part, treatment of accumulated profits and losses. Treatment of accumulated profit and losses, you can say accumulated or undistributed, right? So we have discussed it in detail while we were dealing with reconstitution of partnership firm. By the way, once again I will discuss it one by one. I have framed the question in a C and we will work it out one by one and I will explain it. Right? What the question is, the extract of balance sheet where A and B were partners. A and B are partners in the ratio of 3:2. They were partners in the ratio of 3:2. And C is the new partner. When he was admitted, the new ratio is 1:1:3. Right? थोड़ा आप लोग ध्यान से देखना. Available items on the liability side is profit and loss account, that is accumulated profit or undistributed profit. General reserve, which is created out of the profits of old partners. Investment fluctuation reserve, which is created in order to meet the fluctuations in the market value of investment. Workman compensation reserve, which is created in order to meet the compensation claimed by the workers. And EPF, that is Employees Provident Fund, which is a statutory obligation of the firm. Profit and loss account, if it appears in the asset side, means it is accumulated loss. Since I have given here the figure on the liability side, I have not written anything here. And advertisement suspense 12,000, it is a deferred revenue expenditure, or we can say it is an accumulated loss. And investment account, it is an asset. Right? Now I will discuss one after another every item. Right? You just remember and you just try to understand. First one, remember one thing, that profit and loss account and general reserve, unless and until given any specific information, are to be credited to old partners in the old ratio. So the general entry will be for distribution of profit and loss and general reserve. The entry will be profit and loss account debited, profit and loss account debit, right? Then general reserve account debit, general reserve account debited, right? To old partners capital account, to A's capital account, and to B's capital account, right? To A's capital account and to B's capital account. Profit and loss account 20,000. Okay? General reserve 30,000. Ratio is how much? 3:2. So this 50,000 rupees to be shared between A and B in the ratio of 3:2. So A's account will be credited by 30,000. आपको फॉर्मेट के साथ करना है, and the ratio must be there. And B's account will be credited by 20,000. So in the next balance sheet, profit and loss account and general reserve will not be there. ठीक है? हम each and every item I am trying to explain it. Try to understand it. Next. So what has happened? Available profit and loss, accumulated profit and reserve will be distributed among old partners in the old issue. Next. Next one is investment fluctuation reserve. Just recall the past. We have already discussed it in the reconstitution. If you have not gone through the videos, please go through again. Though I am explaining it again now. I am explaining it. Now you see, investment fluctuation reserve is maintained in order to meet the fluctuations in the book value or the market value of the investment. Okay? मेरे पास investments कितना है? 1 lakh rupees and investment fluctuation reserve is 30,000. Now see, number one, how to treat. If the market value, case 1, if the market value of investment, is say 1 lakh, market value of the investment is say 1 lakh, right? Investment का market value अभी भी market में 1 lakh ही है, means there is no fluctuations. Then what is to be done? Simply distribute this investment fluctuation reserve among old partners in the old issue. Entry क्या होगा? Entry will be investment fluctuations, full form लिखना, reserve account debited to A's capital account, right, to B's capital account. How much it is? 30,000. Old ratio is 3:2, so 18,000 and 12,000. Okay? So hereafter, if I will prepare the balance sheet, hereafter, after this one, if I will prepare the balance sheet, right? Investment will be shown at 1 lakh asset side, and in the liability side, investment fluctuation reserve, to write in full, there will be nil, because the available reserve has been distributed among the old partners, the old issue, right? Then next one, suppose that investment value of the investment has gone down to say 90,000, has gone down to 90,000. Second case 2, value of the investment, market value of the investment has gone down to 90,000, means there is a reduction of 10,000. Now what will happen? Investment fluctuation reserve account debited 30,000 to investment account, 10,000 reduced, and to A's capital account, remaining 20,000 to be shared between A and B in the old ratio. 20,000 in the ratio 3:2, that is 12,000 and 8,000. So in the new balance sheet, investment will be shown at 90,000 and there will be no reserve. ठीक है, समझ में आ गया? Next, case 3, third case. Suppose this investment value is say 60,000. अब क्या होगा? I have a reserve of 30,000 maximum, but now the fluctuation is to the extent of 60,000. So what we will do? Entry will be investment fluctuation reserve account debited 30,000, revaluation account debited 10,000, total चाहिए, reduction 40,000 total चाहिए, to investment account credited because it is an asset and decrease in asset will be credited. And now this loss, this revaluation loss is to be borne by old partners in the old issue. तो एंट्री क्या होगा? एंट्री होगा A's capital account debited, B's capital account debited, to revaluation account. So revaluation account will be credited by 10,000 and the partner's capital account old ratio, that is 6,000 and 4,000. So in the new balance sheet, now the asset, that is investment, will be shown at 60,000 and not 1 lakh. ठीक है? Next, that is fourth case. What will the fourth case? Say, suppose it is given investment value is, it has gone up to 1,20,000. Means there is an increase of 20,000. At that time, what we will do? Now you see, at that time, what we will do? First entry, increase the value of investment. Investment account debited. To revaluation account, revaluation account. How much? That is 20,000 increased by 20,000. And thereafter investment fluctuation reserve account debit, investment fluctuation reserve account debited 30,000. दरकार नहीं हुआ भी और revaluation account debit, the profit we have earned, revaluation account debited 20,000. 2 is capital account, 2 B's capital account, right? So this 50,000 rupees will be shared by old partners in the old ratio 30,000 and 20,000. Now what will happen? That investment will be shown at 1,20,000 instead of 1 lakh. Okay. And the last one is, suppose investment value is 1 lakh and it is decided that investment fluctuation reserve will not be disturbed. It is not to be disturbed. Means as it is जितना था उतना ही maintain होगा, not to be disturbed or to be maintained at their old values and like this. इस तरह कुछ wordings होंगे. Now here what we will do, see. First of all, see, calculate the sacrificing and gaining ratio. A was getting 3/5. Now he is getting 1/5. Means he is sacrificing 2/5. He is sacrificing 2/5. Right? B was getting how much? B was getting 2/5. He is getting now 1/5. So he is also sacrificing 1/5. ठीक है? And C is the new partner for 3/5. So he is the gaining partner. Now if the partners have decided not to disturb investment fluctuation reserve, in that case the gaining partner need to compensate the sacrificing partners. कैसे होगा? So now the value of the investment fluctuation reserve is how much? 30,000 into he is gaining how much? 3/5. Means he has to compensate 18,000 rupees. Right? So the entry will be C's capital account or current account debited to A's capital account to B's capital account. How much it is? This will be 18,000 and 2/5 will be the sacrifice is made in the ratio 2:1. So A will be credited by 12,000 and B 6,000. Hereafter in the balance sheet, new balance sheet of ABC, investment will be shown at 1 lakh, just like the previous one or the original one, and investment fluctuation reserve remain undisturbed because the adjustments have been made through what? Capital account. Okay. Now the next item is workman compensation reserve. Right? As I have told, that workman compensation reserve is a reserve which is created to meet the compensation claimed by the worker. Okay? It is created in order to meet the compensation claimed by the worker. ठीक है, हम लोग कैलकुलेशंस तो कर चुके हैं that A was sacrificing 2/5, B sacrificed 1/5 and C is the gaining partner 3/5. Right? So now let us discuss different aspects and different treatments. That is workman compensation reserve appearing in the balance sheet is 40,000. Now different cases are there. We have, again I am telling you that we have already discussed it at the time of reconstitution. So just I am refreshing you again. Now you just see that first one, case 1. Say now A is sacrificing, remember A is sacrificing 2 pip, B is sacrificing 1 pip and C is gaining 3 pip. So C has to compensate A and B, right? So first one the case one is, suppose there is what? No claim is there against workmen compensation reserve. What will happen? A and B, they will insist that whatever reserve is created out of our profit, let it be distributed or credited to our account in our old issue, right? So the entry will be, what will the entry? Workmen compensation reserve. Don't write short form. I have written, but you should not write. Workmen compensation reserve account debited to A's capital account, to B's capital account, both in the old issue. That is 40,000 in the ratio of what? Old issue 3:2:5. So 24,000 and 16,000. After this entry, if we will prepare the balance sheet, in the balance sheet, this is the balance sheet, workmen compensation reserve will not be there because it has been credited to the old partner's capital account in the old issue. This is the case 1. Next, case 2. In the case 2, suppose it is given, that is claim against workmen compensation reserve is rupees, how much? Say rupees, say 10,000. Right? So what we will do? The remaining 30,000, the total claim is, total amount available is 40,000. 10,000 is claimed. So remaining 30,000 rupees to be shared by old partners in the old issue. Right? So the entry will be, see, workmen compensation reserve account debited. Don't write short form again, I am telling you. To workmen compensation claim account. In short, we can write WCC, but avoid writing short form. And the remaining amount to A's capital account and to B's capital account. Now this claim will be 10,000. Remaining amount is how much? 30,000. So 30,000 rupees in the old issue, that is 3:2. So A will be credited with 18,000 and B will be credited by 12,000, and here it is 40,000. Now if I will prepare the balance sheet, then what will happen? In the balance sheet, workmen compensation reserve will not be there. Instead of it, workmen compensation claim will be shown at rupees 10,000. Right? Workmen compensation claim will be shown at 10,000. Right? Next, third case. The third case is, suppose the claim is, workmen compensation claim is for 40,000. Now what will happen? The entire amount will be transferred to workmen compensation claim account, and in the balance sheet, when you will prepare the balance sheet of ABC, workmen compensation reserve will not be there. Instead, workmen compensation claim will be shown at 40,000. Just change in the or replacement of liability, workmen compensation reserve, and now it is workmen compensation claim. So this cannot be distributed now. It is to pay to the workers. That is the third case. Then say fourth case. What will be the fourth case? Suppose, for example, now the claim is, in the fourth case, now the claim is for rupees, say 50,000. Now what will happen? My total available reserve is how much? That is 40,000. But claim is for 50,000. So the difference of 10,000 rupees, it is the loss for the firm, and that is to be borne by the old partners in the old issue. Right? The entry will be, first entry, workmen compensation reserve account debited, that is 40,000. Then revaluation account debited, revaluation account debited 10,000. 2. Workmen compensation claim account. Don't use the short form. That will be 50,000. And the next entry will be old partners capital account debited. That is A's capital account debit, B's capital account debit to revaluation account. To revaluation account. Right? So capital account will be how much? This is 10,000. This one. And it will be owned by the A and B old partners in the old ratio. So he will bear 6,000 and he will bear 4,000. Now, in the new balance sheet of A, B and C, if this is the balance sheet, you have to write the full format. Workmen compensation reserve will not be there. Instead, workmen compensation claim will be shown at 50,000. Right? Is it alright? Now, the last one. Now the last one, suppose it has been mutually agreed among all the partners that workmen compensation reserve should not be disturbed. Suppose it is given that no claim is there and no claim is there and the partners have decided. When I am talking about the partners means both A, B and C. Partners have decided not to disturb workmen compensation reserve. Means it is appearing at 40,000 and it will be shown at 40,000 in the new balance. So what you will do? The incoming partner or the gaining partner has to compensate the sacrificing partner. The gaining partner has to compensate the sacrificing partner, because in future the incoming partner, he will also share the workmen compensation reserve unclaimed portion. Right? So the entry will be, now how much you will sacrifice? Compensate. The value of the workmen compensation reserve is 40,000. Incoming partner gained 3 by 5, so he has to compensate 8,000 rupees. That he will compensate 24,000 rupees. Now, to whom? That is to be enjoyed by whom? That is to be enjoyed by A and B. So the entry will be C's capital account debited, C's capital account debited to A's capital account to B's capital account. That is 24,000, and this 24,000 rupees will be credited to the sacrificing partners in the sacrificing ratio, that is 2:1. So A will be credited by 16,000 and B will be credited by 8,000. So in the new balance sheet, where we will prepare the balance sheet of A, B and C, that workmen compensation reserve need not be disturbed. It will be shown as it is. Right? So the remaining effect will be given to the respective capital accounts. Right? So we have prepared all these items, and so far as EPF is concerned, EPF stands for Employees Provident Fund. It is a statutory obligation of the company that it is a contributory part. This consists of some portion of the employee and some contribution of the employer, and it is kept and set aside for the benefit of the employees. So it is a statutory obligation and should not be dealt with in any way unless and until some specific information is there. Now, so we have already discussed the accumulated profits, right, and reserves. Now come to accumulated loss. Check. So what is to be done? Then profit and loss which is appearing on the asset side, it represents accumulated loss, and that is to be borne by old partners in the old ratio. Profit and loss if appears in the asset side, it represents accumulated loss, and that is to be borne by old partners in the old ratio. So the entry will be A's capital account debited, then B's capital account debited, right, to profit and loss account. So this is to be borne debited to the old partners in the old ratio. Now, advertisement suspense. Advertisement suspense is also an accumulated loss, or it is to be written off now. Now, this loss is also to be borne by old partners in the old ratio. So the entry will be A's capital account debited, B's capital account debited to advertisement suspense account in the old ratio. Right? Next. Now the last one. You see, I have changed the figures. I have changed the figures for better calculations. Profit and loss account on the liability side, it appears at 1,20,000. That is accumulated profit. General reserve is appearing at 1,80,000. Right? Accumulated reserves. And say advertisement suspense is appearing at 60,000. Right? Normally what we do, normal treatment, we used to credit these two items to the old partners old ratio, and suspense account will be debited to old partners old ratio. But suppose it is given that the partners have decided not to change them, and you have to show the effect by passing a single journal entry. So how it is to be done? You just see. Carefully dekho. What is to be done? You just see, that is profit and loss account. Profit and loss account appearing in the on the liability side represents profit. That is credit balance 1,20,000. Right? General reserve appearing on the liability side, it will also show credit balance, that is 1,80,000. Right? And that is advertisement suspense which is appearing on the asset side, shows debit balance. Right? Now the net effect will be how much? The net effect will be 2,40,000 credit. Right? 2,40,000 credit. Now what will happen? Now the incoming partner or the gaining partner has to compensate proportionately to the sacrificing partners. Incoming partner or the gaining partner has to compensate the sacrificing partners proportionately. Right? You see how it is to be entered. Now the entry will be, in this case, C's capital account debited. He is the gaining partner. This is to be calculated in the working note. This is the working note. To A's capital account, they will be compensated to B's capital account. Right? So 2,40,000 into 3/5. This is the amount he has to compensate. So it comes to 1,44,000. So A will be credited with 1,44,000 into 2 by 3, and B will get 1,44,000 into 1 by 3. This is the compensation to be paid by C to A and B. In future, thereafter we will prepare the balance sheet, the profit and loss account, general reserve and advertisement suspense. They will remain in the balance sheet as they are appearing now. Right? So till now we have completed the treatment of accumulated reserves and profits. What the next one? Next part is treatment of, that is, capital adjustment. Right? That we will discuss the capital adjustment.